So today I picked up this ATI 9250 256 megabyte video card, which I was going to throw in my Dell Optiplex GX270. Now, I only paid 79 cents for this card, and why, you may ask? These little fans right here are small and have to run at a very high RPM, and after a while they begin to seize up, and this one has seized up very, very badly, as you can see. Like, look at that. So we're going to be trying to do a little bit of fix on this card and see if we can't get it working. So let's go ahead and start working on this thing. I guess we can just go ahead and pull off the cooler, pinching in these little tabs, pushing them through the back of the card. Good on both ends. It is a bit of a pain if you have, small hands. You may want to use some pliers, but yeah, I got it. Let's see. Now just pull up, probably. Tabs, yeah, there we go. Set these off to the side so I don't lose them. Alrighty. Let me just pull this up, or you know what? No, I'm gonna put the other one back in so it doesn't get lost. So there you have the thermal paste application of this. It is, it's not crusty, but I am going to replace it with some Arctic Silver if I can find any. So this is a PC Power 3D graphics accelerator fan, it looks like, as it says on the sticker. Somebody seems to have tried to pull the sticker off. Now it's got some odd discoloration on the sticker, which kind of has me worried as to this card may have run for a while without, a heat sink. So there's a possibility this card could be a dud. But sorry about the little break right there. I had to go get some napkins so I could clean off the GPU chip itself so we can take a look at it. So hopefully I'll be able to get this card restored, and I'll guide you guys through it. The current card that I have in the Optiplex is a NVIDIA, let me think, it's NVIDIA FX or MX440 64 megabyte. So this would be quite the upgrade if I could actually get it to work. Ugh, this is quite some nasty thermal paste, I'd say. It's that really liquidy kind that doesn't like to come up, which is crappy. Aye. Hopefully this card does work, though. We'll have to take a look and test it all. So I'll do a better job at cleaning this later, but there's the chip itself. Try to get it to focus, and you guys can read the numbers. Seems to have a metal core of some sort, or a silicone outside layer. You just got your RAM, Elixir, 256 megs of it. There's the 2-pin fan connector, a few crystals, one crystal, I guess. Just have some MOSFETs and some capacitors, which all seem to be in good condition, so that's nice. Outputs we have is a DVI port, an S-video port, and a VGA port. Now, I don't see a brand on this card anywhere. It may be a Janton video. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest, but yeah, let me get another paper towel, and I'm going to try to clean off the base of the cooler. Let me move this card off to the side. I'm just going to set the cooler in the shot. Now, the alcohol I'm going to be using for this is just 91% isopropyl alcohol. This is, I don't think it has a brand on it. So, yeah. No, made in Tennessee. That's not too far, actually. I like Tennessee. Anyway, let's just You see what I mean? This is that bad kind of thermal paste where it smears absolutely horribly, which really sucks, but I hate this so much, but it's gonna totally be worth it if I can get this card to work nicely, which I would assume I could. I'll have to get around to this later. Just look at that. So now I'm gonna try to remove the fan. It looks like it has a one of those tiny little screwdrivers down in there, or tiny little screw heads in there. Right on down in there. It's got 3 of them. Let me look over here in my drawer and see if I can find a screwdriver that'll fit this. I managed to find this. This little Duracell. So let's see if this is gonna fit. Aluminum-based heatsink. Very small, very basic, you know, just quite dusty. The fins have a good bit of build-up on the inside. Here's the fan. See if we can get it to focus. There we go. BWM, 0.72 watts. So what we're going to do is see if this one has bearings exposed, which it does, and wouldn't you know it, those bearings are absolutely bone dry. So I'm going to use what I like to use. Let me run and get it. I'll be right back. Alright, so here's my lube of choice. This is actually bike lube, so I don't know, but it is Pro Cycling All Condition Bike Lube. And it has done the trick for me quite a few times on computer fans and, you know, bike components, obviously. So while I do this, I'm going to bring the camera down just a little bit. Or quite a bit, it looks like, actually. Of course, we're going to zoom in onto the bearings while I do this. Oh yeah, that's very dry. This should work it in nicely and get it to probably work, actually. So let me just put a drop or 2 in there. It might be a tad bit too much, so I will dry it a little bit. Let's see. Oh, it's already starting to free it up, it seems like. Oh, yes. You let it work in for a minute. I'll put a tad bit more in off camera just so I can see a little bit closer is what I'm doing. And if it'll focus, more in it, and I'm just going to spin it around a little bit. There are probably much better lubes for this, guys, but this is what I prefer because I've done it a few times with it and it fixed a lot of fans. So yeah, let me zoom out. Now this doesn't work every time because sometimes the bearings are just too far gone to be rejuvenated, but in a lot of scenarios I've come to realize this will work. So let's go ahead and just stick the sticker back on here to keep the bearings out, or to keep the lube out of the fan, out of the heatsink. Let me clean all this crap out of the heatsink. Screw hole, check that out. So off camera now, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out while this fan works in a little bit more. It does seem to be doing a little bit more. I'm not sure if it's going to actually do okay, but hopefully it'll unseize itself. And if it won't, I can ghetto mount a fan on here. But yeah, so I'll be right back. Alright, so fantastic, guys. I have lubed up the fan, and now it is not 100% better. It is a heck of a lot better than it was, because now it actually can free spin a little. So after it gets worked in and all, guys, I'm sure this fan is going to work very nicely. How long? Who knows? But still, it's better than what it was before. So now I'm just going to go ahead and repaste this the graphics chip on it. Now my thermal paste of choice is Arctic Silver 5. Works really nicely. I use it on every client that I ever get. Now I don't know how much of this I have left, but hopefully I have enough to get all over the core of it. Oh yeah. That ought to spread out. Just apply a dot similar to that. It's you know, good to have the entire chip covered, not in, you know, a line, but it'll cover the entire thing. Now let me go ahead and make sure I have the pins aligned correctly. I'll do one more wipe down of the base of the cooler, just to make sure all the old grease is in fact gone, which it seems to be. Go ahead and press the cooler back on down. Push the push pins through both sides. Put that through there. There we go. Oh yes, that fan is fixed now. So great, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're about to be testing this card out. Oh yeah. So great. Let's go ahead and throw this bad boy in the Optiplex and see how well she performs. Ooh, I'm excited. So there she is. And here she is. It's gonna be awesome, guys. So my GX 270. There's the outputs and all on the back, very outputs and inputs. So let me just go ahead and move the camera on over here. I guess reposition the light a bit too. And just open up the case. I love Dell's case design on these machines. This is really brilliant, I think. Here's the current video card. It is a MX440 64 megabyte, and we're going to be going from that little thing to a 9250 256 megabyte. I need to get a bigger screwdriver. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I failed to realize that I had a screwdriver right within reaching distance. Oh, I need to magnetize the screwdriver. I'll make a video on that. So let me just pull out this little Phillips head screw, of course. Lift up the graphics retention bracket. Pull up on this. And here's the old card. It's one of those older Dell issued ones. There's the outputs on it. And now for the for the beast, or for the beast for this machine, I guess. Da 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 da. Let's go ahead and throw this thing in. Make sure it's in the slot. Go ahead and push down. Ooh, that is a mighty fine looking card. Oh yes, this is certainly going to be giving me a worthwhile performance upgrade, and I just dropped the freaking screw in the case. Oh, it didn't hit the case, it hit the tripod leg. Now let's just go ahead and throw this screw back in. And she's in place. There she is. Whew. It's a nice looking card for this machine, guys. Got your outputs on it, VGA, S-Video, and DVI. So needless to say, I'm excited, very excited to be honest. Let's go ahead and boot this thing up, uninstall the NVIDIA drivers, and install the AMD drive, or the ATI drivers, I should say. So awesome. I realize you can't see anything right now because the computer or the tripod is leaning up against the video card, and we're gonna see what this fan sounds like. Certainly spinning. And look at that. We most certainly have video. And the fan is most certainly spinning. You can't see, so pardon the lighting in here, but let me pull the light over and I'll try to show you guys that the fan is in fact working. And we are booting XP. Gonna have to install a few drivers, of course, for the graphics. And we should be home free after that. So very sweet. Very, very sweet. Awesome upgrade too. Hopefully this card won't have artifacting or anything such as, you know, damage. Oh man, there we go. Wow, this has to be at least 4K, I'm sure. I'm gonna have to plug this thing into Ethernet actually, so I can download a few drivers. So I'm gonna pull an Ethernet cable out. I'll be right back. 8-bit XP. Order yours today for your Nintendo Entertainment System. Alright, so I apologize for the 8-bit color, but I got this thing plugged into Ethernet now, and we're about to go. Oh, 9200 Pro? What? Okay. So I'm still gonna go install a driver for it, just because, you know, I don't have Catalyst Control Center and whatnot, but I can run dual monitors off of it now, and I definitely will. One person's gonna ask, the mouse I'm using to get that extremely satisfying click is a Dell by Microsoft IntelliMouse version 1.3, PS2 compatible. Bought this for, I don't know, like 99 cents one day. No, it was less than that, I don't know.